I got a bunch of big cherry rounds that I cut up yesterday on the bucking table, and today we're going to split it up. But as you guys have seen, I added a cycle counter to the splitter here, the Wolferidge. And if you didn't catch it in the last video, I just used some fish tank magnets to hang it on there. Like I said, this is not my 17 VS to keep, but mounted that on there, put a pull chain on it that indexes the arm over here with the spring, and that tells me how many cycles that this machine takes. But today we're going to see how many cycles it takes to fill a full basket. I normally cut all my wood around 2.5 by 3.5 or 4 at the smallest, and from there gets a little bit bigger. It's more like bundle firewood is what I split up. In the comments at the start of the video, take a wild guess how many splits you think that this cycle counter is going to give me. It's on 0 right now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fire this up. We're going to go ahead and fill that basket. I'd like in the comments to see if any of you guys can guess how many cycles it takes to split up a full basket of firewood. One thing with this cycle counter on here is you could use this for preventative or predictive maintenance. So if you got a splitter and you have a cycle counter on it, rather than just the hour meter is great for changing engine oil and things like that. But as far as cycles, it doesn't tell you when you think you might start wearing out your wear plates on these things. It doesn't tell you if you need to start worrying about the slides or whether you put grease or whatever. Now this particular model doesn't get greased, but it's a good predictive maintenance tool as well as a preventative maintenance tool to know how many times this thing has cycled, how many times that pump has actuated and kicked on and off. Let's go ahead and get some of this beautiful Pennsylvania cherry split up. And most of this stuff is anywhere from, oh, that big one down there is probably 20 inches to 12 inches. I've got even more all back here. When I split this stuff up, I want this to be premium firewood that people are going to look at, not look like it's got rot in it or anything like that. No punky wood, nothing. I want it to be nice, clean Pennsylvania hardwood that will burn well in anybody's fire or campfire. I don't look at how fast one of these splitters can go. Yes, it makes it nice to where you're not waiting on the splitter, but nowadays most of these splitters, these higher end ones, you're not waiting on the splitter. It is waiting on you, and you're feeding those splitters. So the splitter can split as fast as you can feed it. So when you say I did a basket in an hour, well, the reality of that really comes down to how fast you were able to load those on. But today I want to see, regardless of how fast these splitters are, whether this is a 6-second cycle, an 8, a 10, a 12, whatever, how many cycles does it take? We're just out here on an absolutely beautiful day. About 65 degrees, not much sun yet, and no humidity. So today's a perfect day to get through a lot of these rounds here and see how many we can get done. One thing that I do want to mention is this process also is dependent on how hot and how humid it is. We all know that we work a little bit slower when it's a little bit hotter and more humid out. Okay, let's go ahead and get back to getting this thing started up and see how many cycles it takes to fill a basket. All right, there you go. One heaping basket, and also stacked in the middle. Down through there, there's wood. In the comments, let me know, how many cycles do you think it took to split all that up? But before we get to the cycle count there, I'll leave it at the end. I've got some wood over here that I don't even want to split. And I'll show you, I'll split one up for you and show you. No idea what this stuff is. Not a clue. It is the stringiest, nastiest to split. You can't even get a good piece out of it. But I'll throw a couple of these up here, split them real quick. See if you guys can tell me what they are. I have no idea what species it is. All right, so you saw that splitter just go right down through there, and man, it wouldn't split it in the length, the wider section of that. It just stalled right out. So I spun it around to the thinner section, but look how bad that pulls and tears at those fibers. I mean, you can't even split this and then stack it because the fibers actually are just everywhere. So I guess in the comments, let me know, do any of you have any idea what this wood is? So that's a look at that. Let me get a good picture of the bark here. It's not maple, it's not oak, it's not cherry, it's not white oak. I have no idea what it is. So again, in the comments, let me know, how many do you think it took to split that basket, and what in the world is this wood I've got here? If you stuck around long enough to the end of the video to see how many cycles it took to split up that full basket, and again, that's a short basket, it's not one of the taller ones, heaping full, why, let's see, it took 377 cycles to fill up that basket, heaping. So again, it's just a tool, something you can use to I guess keep track of maintenance, or for preventative maintenance if you were to go off of total cycles, or if you just want to do cycles per basket. You could do cycles per time you were out here splitting, or you could do cycles for an allotted amount, however you wanted to do it. But it's just another piece of information. If you like the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and thanks. We'll see you again soon. It took 1 hour and 6 minutes to fill the basket at 377 split cycles, which averaged out or equaled to 10.5 second average cycle time for this basket.